Hello, every pony! Sorry for the short break. Demi Gloom has been very sick and was unable to record podcasts for a while, but we are back now. I hope you enjoy this episode. Also, Demi Gloom is so fucking sexy. Oh my god, I want to have sex with him. He is so cute. Demi Gloom, please have sex with me. You make me come with your sexy voice every time I listen to this podcast. I'm begging you, please let me suck your...
Welcome to the Brony Initiation Podcast, the show where Demi Gloom tries to get me into My Little Pony. I am the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know why I said that. I'm Riely, and I got Demi Gloom here today, of course.
What is poppin', Riely? How are you doing today?
I'm doing alright. How are you, Demi Gloom?
Oh, I'm doing horrible. I suffer from severe depression and anxiety, and my life is just fucking garbage right now, and I'm getting a job, and I have training, and I have to go to bed early, and life is fucking garbage, and we need to abolish capitalism because work is bad, and those who don't contribute to society deserve unlimited money, and I should be rich for doing nothing and sitting on my ass all day.
Hey, Demi, you want to know a secret?
What?
I've had a job the entire time you've known me. You kind of just got to get used to it. I still stay up until 3 a.m. and I go to work the next day. It's not cool. It's not fun, but you get used to it.
Alright. I sure hope I get used to it, because this is not...
Are you working mornings?
I don't even fucking know. Probably.
Still? You don't know?
I'm just so fucking pissed off. So frustrated. Yo, McDonald's, hit me up with that schedule if you're listening to... Please don't be listening to this. If McDonald's finds Demi Gloom and McDonald's are over.
I mean, my work has found me. I know that there are higher-ups at my company that have listened to, not this show, but they've listened to at least something about me.
Have they, well, your name used to be just your first and last name, and you have the most unique spelling ever.
I told them that I did podcasting as a hobby, so they looked me up. They've never mentioned any specific shows, but I think they listened to old stuff, because I had one of my bosses bring up the name Pegasus.
Never tell someone at a job interview what your real hobbies are. If you're an internet
job
degenerate.
Interview. I had already been working there for months, and I was just in the office talking to one of the bosses.
You don't want people from your real world to discover your internet degeneracy. That's like rule number 1.
I kind of reject that rule. Like, obviously, it's not a great idea. I probably shouldn't have, told my bosses about my shows. Now that I think they're gonna, fire me because I'm swearing on the internet. It's not that kind of company. I don't think they're gonna do that.
You've seen my Twitter, dude. Do you think that, workplace people in general should know about it?
Oh, well, I mean, definitely not. I'm just saying that I embrace my internet presence, and I like that people know about it, and I do tell people about it, and I'm very much terminally online, and I kind of want those two worlds to coexist in a way. I want, people who I know to know about my internet presence. I don't want to, try to hide it, and then they find out about it, and it's weird.
I guess it's just different for me, because my internet presence is, very demasculating, and I would be,
That's
embarrassed.
true, and also you do try to, hide, your internet identity. You have, parents and stuff that you gotta hide it from. With me, it's I'm an adult, so even if my mother, finds my podcasts and doesn't like them, it's well, I mean, okay, I'm an adult, I pay rent to live in this house. I don't think you really get a say in what I put on the internet.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, before we get into the episodes, I have 2 comments that I'm going to read to you guys.
Oh, we got comments?
And before that, I also want to mention that we mentioned on the last episode, which was 3 weeks ago from now, because we record these almost a week before they go up. Spectral S, the guest that we were supposed to have, is definitely not coming anywhere near this show by mutual disgust we have for each other.
Mutual discussion between you and Spectral S, or mutual discussion between you and me, because I'm still very much down to have Spectral S on this podcast.
Alright, let me read you our...
You want to tell the people what they said?
Yeah, so Spectral S sent me a message, H, and I said, hey, what's up? They said, just got off of work. I said, cool. I said, we're going to record here. I set up the Discord server. They said, okay. And I said, we record next week, lol. And then they said, okay. And then, is there trannies there? And I said, I replied, there are trans people here, yes, because my server is a safe space for all people, including people of all different sexual orientations and gender identities, except for pedophiles. They said, like, legit ones, or... And I said, yeah. And I said, okay, fuck that then. I said, why? And they said, fuck trannies, fuck jannies, and fuck ziggers. Which...
What is a zigger?
I believe that is a reference to a 4chan quote, which is, fuck trannies, fuck jannies, and fuck N-words, which I'm not going to say on this podcast.
Oh, but zigger is perfectly acceptable.
I had to Google what a janny is.
What is a janny?
They're like mods on 4chan. That's like what they call the mods, like janitors, I guess. I don't know. So they're a bunch of like worthless people who have like no authority, or like who are in no position to have the authority that they do. So yeah, they definitely don't want to be on this show, and I certainly don't want intolerant, bigoted soul.
Listen, I think I'm going to need to collect Spectral S's contact information. Maybe do a little negotiating.
It just why do you want them on the show?
Because it'd be funny.
So, Coke, I just want the audience to know, if they don't know you, that you're not like somebody who's like transphobic or bigoted or anything.
No. I just think that people who are that way are really funny to mock.
They are really funny, and it'd be funny to have a lol cow. But I don't know, man. It makes me uncomfortable, to say the least.
I'm not. For me, it's like, it doesn't, I guess I'm not within that community, so I can't really speak. But it's just, for me, it's like, I don't like that shit, obviously, but it doesn't make me uncomfortable that people think that. Like, it's just funny, and I want to make fun of those people.
I guess since you don't have many stakes, it's pretty easy for you to laugh at.
I mean, that's true, but I also know people in the LGBTQ community that feel that kind of way.
Yeah, there are. I feel that way too, very much. I love to make fun of people. Typically I'd rather avoid them unless it's going to be very entertaining. Because, like, I don't know, I've talked to so many racists, like, you know, people probably don't know about me, but, like, I've literally been harassed by, like, neo-Nazis for the last year.
Dark Sappo.
Yeah, Dark Sappo, and like either like all of his alt accounts and fake personalities. There's like a whole like Dark Sappo iceberg right now that we can get into.
Dark Sappo, regardless of his mic quality, I don't care if he's talking into like a 90s Nokia. I want this man to be on a podcast with the two of us.
Look, he's having the same exact problem that the person who was just supposed to guest on this show was having.
Oh, was that connection issues? I thought it was just the mic quality.
No, it was connection issues.
Because I've watched the Dark Sappo videos, and they do have very shitty mic quality.
The mic quality is horrible, but it's mainly like connection issues. Like I couldn't understand half what they said.
Do it.
Do it, Mr. Demigloom. If you're not familiar with Demigloom and Dark Sappo lore, Dark Sappo is an Asian neo-Nazi incel who's been harassing me on Reddit, Instagram, and Twitter, like stalking all my social medias, getting banned like left and right, and making new accounts. It's definitely been an interesting chase. But,
I would pay money to have Dark Sappo on either this show or Largest Issue in the Galaxy. Probably
enough to buy him a snowball mic.
Maybe, but I don't think the mic is going to fix the
true.
Connection issues. Yeah.
Maybe it was just that one day. Maybe we could actually have a call. And, maybe it'll be successful with it. But, listen, I've got some comments from our last videos I want to read.
Okay, go ahead.
This comment was on episode 1 week ago. So before the it was before the episode 2 came out. They commented, also, you two have fat people voices.
Oh, yeah!
That was a very interesting comment from somebody, as if to imply that they commented something before. They said also. I don't know if it got auto removed. I did ban like a few words for the comment section of this channel.
What'd you ban?
I banned the N-word with a hard R because people were spamming that in like every video I was related to.
Everyone.
Yeah, they went in my big like.
I guess you do run in like 4chan and r/incel, so I guess I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like people were just spamming hard R N-bombs, so I decided to just ban it on this channel because I want this to be like more serious and not total anarchy. And
That's
I also,
fair.
you know what I mean, like I don't know, but I think this. I also did get a message on Telenym before this comment saying, "Please never do a podcast again. Your voice is so fucking annoying." So maybe this is the same person, and that's a follow up to that. I'm not quite sure. Their name is Jean Paul. I can't pronounce this last name. It's Hameau.
Do people send you Telenym messages about your podcasting, or is this the only time that's happened?
It's happened before.
Has anybody ever mentioned me?
No one's ever mentioned you. They're just a bunch of like 4chan like incel degenerates that.
Hey, any trolls out there at Demiglooms, please send to his Telenym your thoughts about me and how horrible I am, assumedly.
Yeah, I'm glad my Telenym's gonna be flooded with that.
Yeah.
The next comment was a lot better. It is from Peep Peep. Says, I stumbled across this podcast randomly, but it's pretty fun so far. Looking forward to see more. Also, Twilight Best Pony. And this is on episode 2.
Well,
2
I
days ago.
disagree, but thank you for your comment.
I think later in the show, saying Twilight's the best pony is a lot more justified than it is right now. But, yeah, thank you very much, Peep Peep. Shout out to Peep Peep with 14 subscribers who has
Hell yeah.
Who has a playlist of
He's about to have
SpongeBob
15.
music. They have a playlist
Peep,
of SpongeBob music.
Can we get Peep Peep on this podcast?
Sure. Peep Peep, if you're listening and you want to come on the
You're
show.
invited.
You are invited. Click the Discord link in the description, which will be in the descriptions from now on.
Between having as epic of a name as Peep Peep, enjoying our podcast, and also having a playlist of SpongeBob music, I think you've earned your place.
Yeah, I agree. Bro, this is better. This is more entertaining than the episodes that we talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
that's why we do this every episode, and then you're like, "Oh, we gotta talk about the My Little Pony now."
Yeah, dude,
And I'm like,
this
"Oh,
sucks.
fine."
I feel like, I don't know, maybe we could make this shorter. I feel like the show, we stretched it out a little bit with the episodes. Like, is there anything else? Anything else you want to talk about? Because this is really, like, I don't know, like, I feel like the 30-minute episode was almost perfect. Maybe we can
I don't know.
doing
I
that.
feel like they could be a little longer. You know what I want from you, Demigloom? I think that this podcast would benefit from you. You know, I don't know how involved you are in the community nowadays, as maybe compared to before, but I would like to hear some stories from the Brony community. I think that would be a good addition to the Brony Initiation Podcast, because along with the show, if I'm going to be initiated as a Brony, along with getting into the show, I also have to get in the culture of being a Brony, you know what I'm saying?
That's true, but unfortunately, I became like a part of the actual community like well after its prime, and unfortunately, I don't have many interesting stories. However, I will say, I do have a Reddit account that I made specifically because I became a My Little Pony fan, and I've told 2 of my stories there. Or, not 2 stories, but I have 2 posts of that I could read probably sometime. That could be entertaining.
Okay.
But I don't know if this would be. I don't think that could be a segment or anything. But I'm sure I could think of something to tell every now and then.
Yeah, you gotta start checking Equestria Daily, listening to the Brony Debates podcast.
I probably could. We probably could do a segment where we read something from Equestria Daily. That would make it interesting. Is it still daily? Is that even still active?
I don't know. I just know I've heard the name Equestria Daily, and that's like the My Little Pony forum.
You probably heard about that from the what's that podcast? Insufferable
PCP?
Social Media Argument.
Uh-huh.
Asterios talked about Equestria Daily with Trixie. Let's
Oh
see
yeah,
here.
Asterios was on that show. I forgot.
Okay. Equestria Daily is still daily. Still
Wow.
active. All right.
That's surprising.
We got some problems to get into. I mean, episodes.
Problems. We got issues.
Tell
me what's your issue today.
Nobody's gonna get this bit. Who have no...
Listen, we have other shows. If you want to get the inside jokes, you gotta dig deeper, guys. Dig deeper into Demi Gloom and Riely lore.
Alright, so from now on, I'm not going to attempt to read Wikipedia or IMDb, but we're going to use mlp.fandom.com.
Didn't I tell you to do that from, day one?
Yeah, I finally took your advice. So, the first episode that we watched was Season 1, Episode 5, Griffin the Brush Off. It was originally aired on November 12th, 2010. It was written by Cindy Morrow. And, I'll read the description real quick. Griffin the Brush Off is the 5th episode of the first... Oh, no, where's the... God damn it, where's the summary? The summary's too long. Never mind, I'm not doing this website. Can you give a brief description of what happened?
Okay, so, Pinkie Pie, she's hanging around Rainbow Dash, but then, Rainbow Dash's old friend comes to town. She's a griffin. I don't remember her name. Do you remember her name?
It was Gilda, I believe.
Gilda, yeah. Rainbow Dash's old friend from flight school, Gilda, a griffin, comes to town. And she doesn't like Pinkie Pie very much. So the two, they get all mad at each other. Twilight tells Pinkie Pie that she might just be jealous. But then we learn that Gilda is really bad and sucks, and yeah, that's the plot of the episode.
How does it actually end, though? Does she leave or whatever?
Oh, did you want me to tell you how it ended?
Yeah.
I thought we would get into that, but so Pinkie Pie throws a party, and Rainbow Dash puts some pranks in the party because she thought that'd be funny and she would punk some people. But as it turns out, the only person she ends up punking is Gilda, because Gilda's so selfish, she wants to go to everything first, so she gets all the pranks done on her. And she accuses Pinkie Pie of doing all the pranks and calls her lame. Then Rainbow Dash is like, I did the prank, so I guess I'm lame. And then Gilda gets mad and leaves.
Okay.
That's what happens. True.
Pinkie is away, more like Pinkie is a lame.
Gilda is away, more like Gilda is a lame. Showed up to the party 30 minutes late.
So I don't know what. Stream Andrew is Lame Freestyle by Demi Gloom on SoundCloud.com/GloomerGirl. Scroll down on my track list. I don't know about you, but this episode was not that great in my opinion. I didn't find it to be that entertaining.
I liked it better than a couple of the episodes that I've said I didn't like.
I feel like for season 1 of a show, the goal should be establishing the characters' bonds, and it really didn't. I feel like it didn't, there was really no, development towards the friend group or any of the individual ponies. I feel like we just... Go on, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, the thing about me is I have the memory of a goldfish, so I'm kind of trying to run through my mind, think of, my thoughts on the previous episodes, and how I would compare episode 5 to that. I remember thinking episode 1 was stupid. What was episode 2?
There was, a 2-parter.
Oh, shit, you're right. Yeah, I thought that was kind of stupid, and then episode 3 was really funny, and episode 4 was, shitty, right? What episode was that?
Oh, God. It was, Applebuck season.
The Applebucks, yeah, that wasn't as good as the third one, definitely. Or was it the Applebuck one that I'm thinking of? What was the funny one?
The one after that was the... Wait, no, before Applebuck season, there was the one with the ticket. The ticket to the Grand Galloping Gala.
Yeah, it was the ticket one that was good. Yeah, I thought that was funny. And then episode 4 was kind of boring.
That was your favorite one?
This one... So far, yes. Ticketmaster is my favorite episode so far. And I think episode 5 clocks in at second place, honestly. It wasn't bad. I got a couple chuckles. This episode accomplished in making me like Pinkie Pie, which hasn't happened yet until now.
That's true. I completely agree with you. Pinkie, we saw like Pinkie before this felt just like she was just kind of there the whole time, and then there'd be like one-off jokes where she'd like comment on something, or like there'd be something really serious and she'd say something goofy about it.
You see, now I actually like have thoughts on her character. You know what my thoughts about Pinkie Pie were before this?
What?
When I was a little filly and the sun was going down.
I wish we could make that a bit where I play that to piss you off, but A, we get DMCA'd every single time, and B, you actually
and B,
like it now.
I do it to myself.
You obviously
I like it
it
ironically now. It's a running joke.
So maybe you don't like the recording of the annoying voice, but like the melody is definitely like in your head, and you kind of like it.
I don't know if I like it. I just sing the song because it's funny.
You sing it with joy. You go, when I was a little filly and the sun was going down. It's a fun song.
I guess.
So are all the songs in the show. I guess. To my knowledge, there wasn't any singing in this episode, right?
There was not, which I was very happy about. I was waiting for it the whole time. I'm like, Pinkie, you've done so good this episode. Please don't do it. And then she didn't do it.
See, this episode would have been perfect for a musical number. Like, not to say that every episode needs one, but out of all the episodes that we need, like, just thinking about the plots, like, this one would make the most sense.
Pinkie does not... She has such an annoying singing voice, bro.
I disagree. I think it's
Twilight cool. Could do a musical number, and I'd like it, because I've heard Tara Strong sing.
Tara Strong doesn't do the singing for Twilight.
Wait, who does the singing?
I don't remember, but,
Twilight?
specifically the singing, they have a different voice actress. I don't know why.
For all the ponies or just Twilight?
For a lot of them. I think
they're pulling like Sonic Underground shit. They did that for Sonic Underground.
I think Ashley Ball sings too, and she voices, I believe, Applejack and Rainbow Dash.
Okay. Well, anyway, regardless of that, there were some bits in this episode that I enjoyed. Obviously, Pinkie Pie's antics. I really liked the trampoline. That was a little bit of a chuckle it got out of me.
I thought the entire bit where they were up in the cloud and she was like doing all these taking all these ridiculous measures to like be up there with them.
Yeah, first it was the trampoline, then it was the balloons, then she created this like helicopter bicycle
like a pedaled flying machine
contraption. Yeah,
like the flying machine from that one SpongeBob episode, I believe.
Yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, it's a similar device.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. I don't have much else to say about this episode. What about you?
I thought Gilda was annoying, but I think that was their plan.
Oh, yeah.
And, it served the plot of the episode. Anything else? I probably have some more thoughts. I'm just trying to remember because I didn't take notes, and also you didn't. So
I was just gonna say I don't like Gilda. Like, not only in like, I don't like her, and it's also not even in like a good way. Like, she pisses me off, and I'm glad to see her go. She was just like kind of boring and stupid. She was like just a very typical like mean girl character.
I mean, yeah, but like it served the plot of the episode. I'm really not expecting fucking portraits of villainy from the season 1 My Little Pony wheelhouse.
Well, you can expect it from seasons 3 and later.
Oh yeah, I know what I'm expecting.
Discord.
I'm howling at the moon. You see, I got you to like that too. That pissed you off when we started the show.
I don't like that song still. I think
yes, you do.
I think the singing is too fast. Is that a weird criticism?
You like singing it, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like singing the Pinkie Pie song now, and you like singing
well, because I think
song.
It's funny.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we're on the same page. I think we just solved this issue. It's a large issue.
On a galactic scale?
Yes, on a galactic scale. You said you don't have anything else to say about this one?
I mean, Rainbow Dash character development, that's fun.
Yeah,
she shows some heart. It's a good moment. Twilight in this episode was just, she wasn't there that much, and when she was kind of not good.
And
And then, of course, Dear Princess Celestia. I'm already tired of it.
Yeah, you are.
I can't. Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Like, I'm just waiting for it now. Like, it's like funny because it's bad.
Yeah.
Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned an important lesson about friendship. I learned that X is good and X is bad, and oh, the friendship, I got friends, look at me go.
Also, Fluttershy got mad in this episode. She was like,
shit.
She was pissed off at the party.
Yeah,
I remember,
and she also
during the Ticketmaster, she was also like pissed off, like at Twilight, I believe, for like a brief moment.
Yeah, the thing with Fluttershy in this episode, really, that hurt me. That hurt me at an emotional level, because Pinkie Pie, at the beginning, Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash are going on a little pranking spree, and they're gonna, like, squirt some water on Fluttershy with, like, this strange plush turtle contraption, and Pinkie Pie didn't realize it was Fluttershy, and she's like, no, we can't prank Fluttershy, it's gonna hurt her feelings. And then later in the episode, the fucking Gilda, like, borderline attacks Fluttershy, and she runs away crying, and it's really sad.
Yeah, it is. I always feel bad for Fluttershy when she gets upset.
I'm sorry. It's like, oh man, no, don't do that to her.
Yeah.
Is that how you would react if somebody like started accosting you on the road?
No, I would probably step up to them and say, "What the fuck you want, bitch?" And then I would like get my ass kicked. I would be like, wait, I'd pretend to be like overconfident. Either that, or I would simply just be the bigger man and walk away. But it depends on if I'm like really stressed out on that day, which I usually am.
That's a fair assessment.
If I'm in a good mood and somebody does that, I'll just be like, "What the fuck you want?" You know what I mean? I'll like. And then typically it just everyone kind of just calms down, like, whatever, fuck you, and then we walk away. But like, I'm willing to get my ass kicked when I'm feeling good.
You're on top of the world. You're willing to get knocked down a peg.
Yeah, you could. I'm definitely not on top of the world. I'm so down that nothing could bring me lower.
You see, the thing for me is Demi Gloom is I've kind of reached a state. Not clown world exactly how it's defined by like the 4chan people, but kind of a form of it where I am definitely very depressed and have very low self-esteem, but I kind of don't let it bother me, and I kind of just like enjoy the good things that are around me, and I'm able to like put off an air of happiness by doing that. And like, you know, I have like coworkers that I vibe with, and it really just, you know, brings my mood up, and I try to, you know, push the depression down, which I know people say is a bad thing, but I feel like I'm able to suppress it in a kind of healthy way. Maybe I'm wrong, and then in my, like, late 20s, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown.
That's fucking bullshit when people say that you shouldn't, like, push it away. You shouldn't repress it. Like, fucking hanging out with friends and, like, being social and, like, trying to, like, avoid it is the best fucking thing you can do. Seriously. The best time periods of my life is where I consistently hung out with friends after school. That made me happy.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you find like the right friends, it's definitely like the way to reach your happiness. It's like, I wish I had found more like valuable and good friends in a time where we kind of didn't have anything else to do but hang out, like when I was younger, because nowadays, like, I meet a lot of coworkers that I vibe with, but, you know, we're all adults. We all have lives. There's a varying range of ages of my friends at work, so some of them have, like, kids, and it's like, you know, we don't really find a lot of time to hang out outside of work. And inside of work, we're doing all the fucking, like, phone call bullshit, so we don't really get enough, you know, time to spend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like when people are told that not to push their depression away and face it, they kind of get, like, just caught up in it. You know what I mean? Like, it becomes their lifestyle. Like me. Because I have nothing to do. And I don't want anybody to do what I do. Just sit around all day on my fucking computer. Just self-loathing, feeling sorry for myself all day long. That's pretty...
Well, I mean, sitting around all day on a computer, if you do it like I do, it really helps. Because I've met a lot of friends on the computer as well that help me get through it. Though it's not really as valuable as real-life friends. Like, between... even though I had plenty of internet friends, obviously, I knew most of the people that I know now, save for, like, you, and I feel like you're, like, the only new, like, big internet friend that I've made since, like, last year. Unless I'm forgetting somebody, like, major that's gonna, like, be sad when they hear this.
Yeah. Has Brad been around for a long time?
Oh yeah, Brad is like probably my longest standing.
Isn't he an IRL friend of yours?
No, but he's I met him like in Twitch chats like 5 years ago.
Oh shit.
Like we've been tight for a long time.
Well, I assume you have nothing else to say about this episode, right?
Nah, this episode pretty alright, you know? And when the second best episode so far is pretty alright, you know that I'm not really vibing so far.
Alright, well, I think we've said all we have to say about that episode. We will talk about the next episode after these messages.
Oh.
Hey, I'm Alex, aka a Man Who Likes Ponies, and if you like this podcast, you'll probably like my YouTube channel. So, I basically upload commentaries and, all sorts of pony stuff. Like, if it's pony related, you'll find it on my channel. Well, except for, weird fan fiction and stuff. Although I do plan on making even more projects when I get a proper microphone. But, see you later. Now we can go back to the rest of the video.
You fucked it up.
No, I think that was fine to leave in. Only you saying that I fucked it up made it fucked up.
You said, oh.
A commercial.
Alright, we're back. We're here to talk about Season 1, Episode 6, Boastbusters.
Yeah.
That's, that title sounds familiar. Sounds like something I've heard of before. Perhaps...
I know what you have heard before.
Perhaps a major motion picture.
I think this might jog your memory. The great and magical Trixie this is this episode.
The great and powerful Trixie.
The great and powerful Trixie.
I love the name Trixie. I really like that name.
It's a nice name.
It is a nice name. Anyways, do you want to... Oh yeah, it was written by Chris Savino and aired on November 19th, 2010. Do you want to explain the plot of this episode?
Who's Chris Savino? I know that name.
Do you know the name?
I've seen it in other places. Who the fuck is Chris Savino? His name has been in my head for like a while. I've seen it. I saw it somewhere. He must be like some cartoon writer.
He created The Loud House or something.
Oh god, that guy?
He, apparently he worked on MLP, unless this is a different Chris Savino. Nope. It says on Wikipedia that he worked on MLP as well. Interesting.
Did he work on Ben 10?
Let's see here. No, he didn't.
Fuck. I thought I remembered reading Chris Savino on the Ben 10 wiki. Why is Chris Savino in my head?
I mean, I'll look up.
I didn't watch
Chris
The Loud
Savino
House.
Ben 10. Yeah, dude, no.
Okay,
he worked on
stupid.
Powerpuff Girls. I don't know if you're into that.
That might be what I'm thinking. I don't know. Forget about Chris Savino. Fuck Chris Savino.
Are you into Powerpuff Girls?
No. But, like, I was definitely, like... I think I watched, like, an episode or two of Powerpuff Girls, like, while the controversy with the live-action script leaking was going on. Just because I had it in my head.
We're gonna have to talk about this afterward, because I have no idea what that is. But,
You never heard about the live-action Powerpuff Girls thing?
No.
Oh my god.
There was a live-action Powerpuff Girls?
No, and there's a good reason why, because the script leaked on the internet for what was going to be the live-action Powerpuff Girls, and it was not good.
What was the controversy? Was it just so bad, or was it like...
It was so bad. It was so, like, imagine, like, the CW... You're aware of, like, the CW stereotypes, right?
What the fuck is CW?
Okay, well, whatever. It's like, imagine, like, your stereotypical, like, teen to adult superhero show.
Yeah.
And just, like, imagine, like, all those stereotypes completely personified, unironically. Like, all the teen drama, all the bullshit, all the like melodrama. It's so bad.
It sounds pretty bad, if I'm being honest.
Like, sometimes melodrama is good. Like, I enjoy some of the melodrama in, like, The Flash, but I feel like Powerpuff Girls is not the right place for it.
Bro, you watch Power Rangers.
And they also made up a whitewashing plot. It's the funniest shit. Like, they were like racially pandering so hard, because like the plot is that the Powerpuff Girls cartoon exists in the world of this live action show.
Yeah.
It's like a cartoon they made about them because they were like cool. And Buttercup is black in the live action show.
Yeah.
And she's still white in the cartoon, and they like make up this controversy that she was whitewashed in the cartoon.
Okay.
So stupid. And like at some point, like somebody threatens to leak Bubbles' nudes.
Wait, what?
They are children, don't worry. They're like, I'm pretty sure they're like 18.
Still, dude.
Still.
I don't want children. I don't want that to be a children's plot, dude.
They threatened to leak Bubbles' nudes. Blossom killed Mojo Jojo, and that's like something they talk about in the first episode.
Oh, it's gonna be a whole show?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a movie.
Nope. Whole CW show.
Jesus Christ, dude. This sounds like the worst thing ever.
It's
I'm glad
so
we're talking.
bad, dude.
I'm glad we're talking about this on the Brony Initiation Podcast.
Listen,
right
we can go on a tangent or two, Demi.
Yeah,
Blue.
but it's like, alright, today we're talking about this episode. It was aired on blah, blah, blah. Alright, guys, Powerpuff Girls controversy. Like, what the
Came
hell?
up from fucking Chris Savino. But anyway, so this episode...
What happened? So I
Okay.
remember the basic plot. It was like Twilight is in town, like Trixie comes and like she's proven as a fraud.
Yeah.
Right,
so
that was in
Trixie,
this
she's like
episode.
this...
I didn't
She's this
spoil
great
anything.
magician, and she talks about how she's got so much magic, and how she vanquished a Ursa Major, which is like this weird star bear.
Yeah.
And all the ponies, Trixie's like, you know, the main ponies, they like point around. She's like, you're stupid and not good. And she's like, I can do anything all you ponies can do better. And like all the ponies take turns trying to show her up, except for Twilight, because she doesn't want to be like Trixie by showing off her magic. So all the other ponies get fucked by Trixie's magical fucking bullshit. And Twilight doesn't want to go against her, so Trixie gets to look all great and mighty. And she has these two little fanboys, one of which is voiced by Bling Bling Boy. So that was pretty good.
Is he?
Yeah, the littler one. He's voiced by Bling Bling Boy.
It's the same dude? I never picked that up.
No, I heard that immediately.
That's crazy. I haven't watched Johnny Test since I was like a literal child though, so I wouldn't remember, I guess.
I watched Johnny Test like 2 days ago.
Oh god. Really, dude? I grew out of that show when I was like 9.
It's just a funny little cartoon. I just watched it because it's like,
Let's not have another tangent.
Bullshit. The new Johnny Test is coming out. Did you hear about it?
No, I don't want to have another conversation about another show. Let's get back to this episode. Was this the introduction to Snips and Snails? Those two little dudes?
What the fuck is... Oh, they're like
fanboys.
recurring?
Oh, yeah.
Snips and Snails, yeah.
Aren't they friends with Spike? Isn't that implied?
Yeah, I think that's implied. Like, they have conversations with Spike.
Yeah.
And Snips is voiced by Bling Big Boy, like I said. So Snips and fucking Snails, Snips and Snails, that's their names. So Snips and Snails, they're Trixie's fanboys, and Trixie's like, go away until morning, I need to rest, you're stupid. And Snips and Snails, they have the amazing idea to go awaken an Ursa Minor so that Trixie can fucking smite it or whatever. And obviously, Trixie can't, because she's a fucking fraud and she lied about that. And then Twilight has to step in and quell this creature. And as it turns out, this giant fucking star bear wasn't even an Ursa Major. He was an Ursa Minor, which is a baby Ursa Major.
I didn't know he was a minor.
And real Ursa Majors are like these giant fucking death demons. So Twilight saves the day. Her friends aren't mad at her because they're like, it's not the magic, it's that Trixie's a bitch. Your magic is part of who you are, Twilight. We love you. And that's the end. That's the valuable lesson. She writes a letter to Princess Celestia, I think. Doesn't she do that every episode?
Yeah.
Because I don't remember this one.
I think it was something along the line. I think it was
stupid.
something along the lines of, "Dear Princess Celestia, I learned that it's okay to be proud of your talents, and it doesn't make you a show-off to show off."
Oh, and there was also the Spike Mustache bit. That's pretty funny.
I only know the YTP version of that, where Spike has a giant raging erection that's pixelated and asks Twilight to have sex with him. I don't remember the actual show version.
So Twilight gives Spike a little mustache, and he tries to like put the moves on Rarity, and Rarity is not a fan.
What do you mean put the moves on Rarity?
Well, we don't see it, it's off screen, but like he tries to flirt with Rarity with his new like mustache that makes him look like a big manly man.
Yeah, isn't Twilight like supportive of him trying to flirt with Rarity?
I believe so, yeah.
It's kind of,
I remember.
It's kind of fucked up.
Well, I mean, maybe interspecies relationships are cool in My Little Pony
the species
world.
The species is the problem. Not the fact that Rarity is like 24 and Spike is like 8.
That's true.
I mean, like, if there are humans in human ages, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just don't think about it. It's a silly cartoon.
It's pedophile propaganda
Shut
from
up.
the Democrats.
Shut up.
It was.
Where's Jason when you need him?
It was Sleepy Joe. QAnon is real. They're putting.
Q.
They're making our children gay by putting Spike and Rarity having a crush on whatever. Q. John McAfee didn't kill himself.
Q. John McAfee, Q. Jeffrey Epstein, Q.
Yeah, anyways. Enough about the Democrats. I think this was... I actually remember loving this episode. I loved Trixie. I thought her, like, pretentious lies were really funny. I thought it was cool to see her get shown up by Twilight. I think it was a great episode, and I give this one like a 7 out of 10.
It's fine. Like, I like it more than the pilot and episode 4, but it's nothing special.
Oh, that's fair, I guess. You seem to have a problem with it. Do you have any particular issues?
No, it's just, it's just kind of run-of-the-mill. Like, it doesn't feel special in any way to me.
Why did you like episode 5 better?
Because it had more jokes, basically, at the end of the day. Like, My Little Pony is not, at least not yet in season 1, it's not really pulling me with the plot or the character. So, the sillier episodes are how I get my enjoyment.
I see. That's fair, I guess. I could see why you wouldn't like the plots. I mean, they're very childish. It's not that, like, the show presentation being childish is a problem. The writing is very, like, not very mature. It's very, basic and predictable. I could see why you'd have an issue.
I hope that changes. How long is the first season?
There's, like, 23 episodes.
That's as bad as it could be. I know a lot of cartoons with longer seasons, so...
Do you think we should watch more episodes at a time now?
But that means I have to watch more at a time.
Yeah. But, like, we'll get through it faster. And it'll get better faster. I promise you, this is the worst season. Not the worst, I don't know if it's the worst season, but, like, this is not...
Is season 9 the worst season? Do we have to hashtag save MLP, revise MLP?
No, season 9 was great, but I have one critical problem with season 9, and we'll get to that probably in a year from now.
That's being very generous.
Yeah, very, very generous. Hopefully this show doesn't take more than a few years. Dude, I don't think we're gonna make it to the end. I think
You really don't?
I think it's all up to you, man. Because I can do this. I can do this.
I can do this too. You think I don't have the endurance?
I'll do an episode every day, motherfucker.
Well, that I cannot do. But
exactly.
An episode a week, I can definitely do.
All right, then. Me and Brad were actually talking about, like, your channel and what you could do better. He's like, Brad is like, yeah, I just really think he needs to work on 1 or 2 shows. I think he just needs to stop doing all these podcasts.
That's not what Brad sounds
That's what he sounds like to me. And I'm like, yeah, totally. But, like, in my mind, I'm like, God fucking damn it. This is definitely not going to be, like, your number one priority.
Number 1 on the chopping block is the Brony Initiation Podcast.
It's either number 1 on the chopping block would either be like this or like Peg and Colo or Bored or something.
What? That's like, Demi, have you not heard me talk about Peg and Colo or Bored? I hail that as the best podcast I've ever done.
I think Largest Issue's better.
You haven't heard Peg and Colo or Bored.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely haven't heard a single episode.
And who knows? Maybe the people behind Peg and Colo are Bored, which is a podcast that hasn't been running for 2 years. Maybe they got something new cooking up. I don't know.
Oh.
Just keep that.
See, I remember you telling me that Colo is incompetent and isn't passionate at all about the show like you are, and doesn't want to fucking do it.
That was true. But listen. Just keep your ear to the ground.
I think number 1 on the chopping block should be Actually, let's not get into this.
No, what do you think number 1 on the
I'll say what it is,
Field?
but we're not going to talk about it. It's going to be next.
I want to hear it. Tell me.
All right, we will be back with more Brony Initiation Podcast after this message from our sponsor.
2 commercials.
Yep, we're doing 2 commercials. Hey, bro, I'm going to be real. Like, I don't have fucking shit to advertise. Like, nobody wanted to record an ad on time, so I guess I'll just plug the Discord server, which I forgot to plug in the end of this episode. So, the Discord server is linked in the description of this, wherever you're listening to, whether that be Trigger Warning or the Riely Podcast Megafeed. But, if you would like to stay updated on this show, me and Riely, and just general shit, join the fucking Trigger Warning Discord server, because we'll keep you updated on this show, keep you updated on everything related to it, and if there is ever another hiatus or whatever, you'll most likely be more aware. So, yeah, go subscribe to that shit. And we're back. Riely, do you have anything else to say about this episode, or were you truly just so bored that you have virtually no commentary on it?
I was bored, but Trixie was kind of funny. I liked the whole magic shtick. It was fine. That was enjoyable, but she was kind of a bitch, obviously, which was meant to be the case.
Now, let's say, hypothetically, Trixie is a recurring character, and there are more episodes about her.
Oh my god!
Just hypothetically, if I told you that, as someone who's seen all the episodes, what would your opinion be? Do you think that's a good idea?
I mean, I didn't like her that much this episode, but maybe they could do more with her,
Okay, fair enough. That's all you had to say then?
Yep, that should be about it. Yeah, I think.
Alright then, well, before we wrap this up, I have a new segment that we're going to introduce, and that is the question of the day. Riely.
Whoa, never been done before.
Yeah, I know. No other podcast or YouTuber or any form of entertainment has ever been this desperate for user engagement or viewer engagement. I don't know why I said user. But, yeah,
I know about a certain podcast that has a voting feature that constantly cries about it not being used.
You'll have to send me a link to that sometime. Well, today's question is, who do you think the best pony is and why? I think it's a very simple question. I think that any fan of the show, or even if you're like a psychopath and you haven't seen the show and you're listening to
If you're a man who likes ponies, I think you can answer the question.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to answer this question pretty easily. But yeah, who's your favorite pony and why? Riley, do you want to answer?
You see, now being 6 episodes in, I'm kind of on the fence about that question, Demi. It's kind of a hard call.
Don't say Pinky.
I'm not gonna say
Okay.
Pinky because I've hated Pinky in every episode except for that one. But you know, she's definitely higher up than she was. But it's a hard call for me between Rainbow Dash because she's always been my favorite, just like from the outside looking in, aesthetically and personality wise, from what I had gathered, just based on descriptions of the show, and I think I was mostly right about that based on what I've watched so far. But I'm kind of starting to take a liking to Fluttershy, Demi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard call.
You got that yellow fever?
Shut up.
I'm gonna say this. I say the same thing about Fluttershy. I didn't like Fluttershy as much as I do now when I first watched the show, but rewatching it and just seeing her like talk and just her expressing herself, I'm really starting to feel something for her. I don't know. I think it's just the yellow fever.
Listen, I'm not talking about no romance with no ponies, okay? I'm just saying she's a charming individual.
That sounds like a meme. I ain't talking about no romance with no ponies, but show some like gangster looking black dude holding like a pony or something.
Talking about his crush on Fluttershy.
Fluttershy do be going hard though.
Fluttershy hits different.
That Fluttershy be hitting different though. But no, I think my favorite is still Twilight, despite my new love for Fluttershy.
I think she's my least favorite.
I like her. She's pretty. She's nice. She's smart. I always like the smart one of any group. I don't know why. Probably because I'm the smart one of every group I am. Because I'm always around a bunch of fucking idiots, a bunch of libertarian douchebags.
I mean, I always like the cool one.
You always like the cool one, so you like Rainbow Dash then?
Yeah, that's why I've always had a attraction to Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
Not in a weird way.
Are we still pretending
Are we still pretending what?
that it's not weird like that?
What,
Come on,
that's
Riley.
not weird to fuck ponies? No, I'm not pretending.
I think you like Rainbow Dash in that way.
No.
You've admitted it before.
In Equestria Girls, yes.
Oh, fuck you. That's the excuse that everyone gives.
In Equestria Girls, they're just like hot teenagers. They're not even ponies.
Yeah. I mean, they're like rainbow colored.
Ponies at heart.
Okay, this is...
Yeah, but I mean, like, people are attracted to fucking Gamora. Real women are green.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying there's a problem with it. I just think it's, I think that's just a bit of a cop-out. Is to say, the equestrian girls version. Shut up.
I don't want to fuck something on 4 legs, bro, but if it's a human-esque figure, I'm fine.
So you're cool with, like, monkeys?
No, because they have, like, fur.
I'm just kidding. Well, hey, it's implied that the Equestria girls have fur, too. Because the ponies are that color because of fur, right?
I thought it was just like a Doug thing, where they all had different colored skin.
But I don't... Wait, no, do horses... I'm thinking of, like... I'm projecting my thoughts about, like, dogs and cats on horses. Like, are
Horses have fur, yeah.
But
I'm
is the
saying
entirety
that...
of a horse... Like, if there's a brown horse, is that brownness from fur, or is it just brown?
I mean, I've never seen a horse with shaved fur, but I know that it does have brown fur all over it.
Right, but...
I've touched a horse.
Is that, like, mostly fur? I don't know, dude.
Listen, I don't know. I'm not Mr. Hands, okay? I don't have
Shut up.
expertise on horses.
Okay, can you seriously not bring that up ever again?
Why not?
I just don't want to visualize that ever again. Anyways, we're kind of dragging this out. Is there anything else you want to talk about real quick?
No. I'm good. I'm good, bro.
Alright, cool. Riley, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Riely Tweets.
That's Riely.
Riely, right? And I said Twatch. That's not a website. Twitch at Riely Streams. YouTube as Riely and Friends. Other podcast project, Pixel Gods of Fun, wherever podcasts are found. Pokemon Variety Hour on Anchor.fm/PVH, Spotify, Stitcher, and Apple Podcasts. And on those same three places, and at Anchor.fm/Riely Megafeed, if you're listening on the Trigger Warning YouTube channel, you can find the Riely Podcast Megafeed. And also, Big Guy, Little Guy, I do Let's Plays there with Andrew, my friend, and the Mocast, Anchor.fm/the-mo-cast, and the YouTube channel, the Mocast. That's all.
Cool. If you're listening to this on the Riely Podcast Megafeed, check out the Trigger Warning YouTube channel, which, if you look up Trigger Warning, definitely will not come up. So look up the... And if you look up Trigger Warning Podcast, you'll get a different podcast called the Trigger Warning Podcast. So just look up the Brony Initiation Podcast, the one with the pink background, and then click on the channel Trigger Warning. So which the Brony Initiation Podcast is on. And soon the Trigger Warning Podcast will be out, which is a podcast hosted by me and a rotating cast of guests. The episode 1 has been recorded, but I'm having some technical difficulties with the visuals, so it's going to be a while before that one's actually no, that's probably out by the time this is out. But yeah, you can also find me on twitter.com/demigloom. That's DEMIGLOOM. And also, I really want people to listen to my music. SoundCloud.com/demigloom. I make lo-fi, funk, MIDI-core, and a little bit of my own stuff. Anyways, yeah, my issue was libertarian theory.
And my issue was update.
Alright, bye.
Thank you kindly while I